This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast Wind. Dubai here for Probellum's double header this weekend. I'm joined by Sam Jones from Probellum and a wily old Scotsman in Billy Nelson.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
All good, all good. Sam, big week here in Dubai.
Yeah, big week. Open workout now. It's 2 massive shows.
That's it. Your assessment of this week is 2 massive shows.
2 massive shows. Oh yeah, well actually 3. Yeah. Billy's man's fighting on is it Saturday?
Just directly after the world
Saturday,
title fight,
yeah.
Sonny's world title fight.
I can't stand any closer to him, Cougar. He keeps asking me to stand close to him. I can't fucking stand.
Right, let's talk about it. Right, as
intimidating him already. I'm intimidating him already.
You're not intimidating me. You fucking.
I'm intimidating you.
You're not intimidating me. Could have done with a tic tac
and
before
I've
this
got
fucking interview.
You're
Billy.
messing
Jesus.
about with that phone like a man possessed there.
No, Billy, I get contacted.
Are you okay? Do you want me to go and get your nappy now?
No, it's okay, Billy.
Do you?
I'm all right, William.
You're my mate.
Listen, you just calm down. You give yourself indigestion. We're in an interview. Calm down. Come on, camera's rolling.
right, okay, let's talk about the fights this weekend. First of all, let's talk about Friday. Estelle Mosley in action, John O'Carroll in action.
Yeah.
There's John O'Carroll there. That's kind of the starter to Saturday. It's all right. Talk to me about that, Estelle Mosley.
Yeah, she's fine. I think she'd be. I think it's the first. Don't quote me on this, but I think it's the first ever woman to fight for a defend a world title in Dubai, which is history, isn't it?
John O'Carroll, who's just behind us here, back in action here in Dubai as well. When it comes to John O'Carroll, always brings value and entertainment.
Yeah, for sure. He's ranked very highly now in the WBA, so all being well, he comes through this. World title fights for Jono going forward.
Right, Saturday.
Yeah.
2 big fights.
Yeah.
Obviously a great undercard as well, but let's talk about the fight that kind of ticks all the boxes for anyone that just loves a scrap in Regis Prograis and Tyron McKenna. What a fight that is, Sam.
I'm actually going to be doing a gloves are off with them pair tomorrow, so that's actually going to be quite funny. Yeah, listen, Tyrone brings it, doesn't he? He's as brave as you can get, and he'll give it his best. He's a massive underdog. There's nothing really to lose for Tyrone tomorrow. Everything to gain, and Regis comes with a big reputation. I thought he was unlucky against Josh Taylor. It could have gone either way. Let's see what happens in the fight, but it's definitely one thing's for certain, it's going to be an entertaining while it lasts.
Main event, Sonny Edwards defending his world title against Mohamed Wasim. Great opportunity for Wasim, but Sonny Edwards is kind of establishing himself as a real player in that division.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's just what he does on social media. I mean, no one really wants to go near him, do they? But he's a world-class fighter as well, and he's proved it. He doesn't just talk a good game. He can actually fight. Showed that in his last fight. He's got a dog in him as well. I'm really looking forward to his fight. Wasim's is a come-forward fighter. So Sonny's gonna, you'd imagine him to box, and two contrasts of styles.
When that's all over, your guy Thor Bjornsson, aka the Mountain.
Friday.
1 hour after Sonny.
1 hour after Sonny.
That face-off with Eddie Hall now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know, how was I?
Well, it was quite intimidating, I'd imagine for yourself, but it's going to be I don't see anything other than I thought if he doesn't stop him, he'll give him an absolute.
It could be a clean knockout.
Most definitely. If he doesn't knock him out, he'll give him the beating. I think he'll give him a beating of a lifetime.
How heavy is Thor?
24 stone.
Now what about Eddie Hall?
And the other guy's a bit heavier. Fuck. But I mean, for what I've seen on video, it's a mismatch of all proportions. You've seen it.
Yeah, he's actually shown me some videos of when he first took him on the pads, and he's come on loads. And I've seen him sparring. He could actually. I'm not saying he could, but he looks like he could actually box at a decent, not a high level, but he could definitely box at area title level. The way he was sparring.
100%, he could do it area level. I mean, that's only 2 camps we've done. 10 weeks the first time, and well, he's been with me since the 2nd week of November now. So he's had a long camp here, but he's improving all the time, and he loves it. But he's not going to turn professional. You know, he's doing well with these other strong men, celebrities, so on and so forth. So he's quite content doing that.
For people kind of second guessing whether this is personal, I know it's personal, but Billy, just explain to me, this is something that's been going on for years, and you can see that in the face-off today when people watch that.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I never knew who Eddie Hall was or Thor Bjornsson last summer, but I've been told what actually happened. What happened was outrageous. So Thor's got a lot of pent-up aggression towards Eddie, and Eddie's just, he thinks that Thor should have patted his back and congratulated him and winning and praised him, and Thor doesn't think he should have.
Right, let's talk social media. We know social media is a little bit hit and miss, a little bit, depends how you take it. You two on social media are like an old fucking married couple. But I feel like there's a little bit of respect amongst your fields. You in whatever you do, and you as an esteemed trainer. Yeah? All loving it, Sam?
I think Billy's all right, isn't he? He's fine.
I'm good enough to go in a swimming pool in the morning with.
Yeah.
Isn't that, Sam?
Yeah.
All right.
Shared a little splash together a couple of nights. He's all right. Listen, we get on fine, don't we? Just there's difference of opinion. There's difference of opinions,
Listen,
isn't it?
Bottom line is, Sam. I don't know if he's still Joe's manager or whatever he is. Joe's his good friend anyway, and he'll always stick up for him. And for that, you can admire. You can only admire him. But when Martin Bacoli, who I train and manage, came to the UK, and Sam, openly you'd say you were asking for opponents. I put Martin's name forward, and and
what you're meant to do, isn't it? It's what you're meant to do.
Joe went down his own route, and as Sam openly admitted this morning, if Martin Bacoli goes and knocks out Tony Yoka, he's probably achieved more than what most have done in the top 5 or so, in the world. So
yeah, he's a good name. He's an Olympic gold medalist. Well, he's an Olympic silver medalist, but gold by record. So yeah, it's a great. It'd be a brilliant win for Martin.
Let me just tell you, and I think Sam would agree with here. If both the boys fought, what a fight the crowd had been for.
Who are we talking about?
Joe and Martin.
Yeah, from going off sparring, yeah, it'd be a great.
I've been in sparring myself.
No, it's great sparring. My whole point to Billy was, and you kind of agreed, didn't you? Well, we'll see. We'll ask him now. My whole point was, Martin it's renowned on the circuit that he can handle himself. Do you know what I mean? He sparred Joshua, he sparred Fury, and no one's giving him a. No one's giving him a.
Oi, if you jump from that, you ain't got no chance with him.
Did you like the reactions though? Fucking hell, that was good, wasn't it?
Can I shovel this up?
No one's giving him a pacing in sparring. He's very, very good quality, and I've never denied that. My point is that if it's better, if you say if somebody was put forward in a book to fight Tyson Fury, and you had a choice between your life was on the line, and you had to choose between Bacoli or Joe to go and fight Fury to save your life, you're picking Joe because of the proven quality on the fight night. It's probably a shit analogy, but that's all I'm saying. If Martin Bacoli produces what he does in sparring on fight night, he'll beat Tony Yoka, and I've gone on record to say that as well. But he has to prove it.
Well, that's right. And in fairness to Joe, he has proved it. He has proved it at a slightly higher level than Martin thus far, and we've never denied that. But all I'm saying is, if both boys were to meet, it would be a hell of a fight.
He'd back his guy to win, and that's what I mean. There's no problem with that. But I just look at Joe of what he's done in the amateurs as well. I don't just go from what he's done as a pro. But
you can't go by what you've done in the amateurs all the time. Not every good.
No, I understand
top
that,
amateur,
but
and he is a top amateur, and he is a top pro because he's a top fighter. But some don't always succeed in the pros.
No, I agree with that. I agree
Martin Bacoli's had 13 amateur fights.
Yeah, so he's relatively inexperienced.
And he's had an 18 pro fight. That's all he's had. That's not a lot of fighting. And he's still in the number 10, top 10 in the world. So fair play to Martin Bacoli.
So here's how we're going to end this, right? So last night was a very, very... Hold on.
I don't think he's going to... Go on.
Hold on. It was a peak day for social media beef, right?
Yeah,
you had... Can I just reel off some names that were getting involved yesterday, right? You got Chantel Cameron, you got Sandy Ryan, you got Clifton Mitchell, you got Joshua, you got Joyce, you got one of the McGuigans.
No. It was like, did you not see what was kicking off yesterday?
No.
Oh, Billy's a Twitter monster. You're not seeing
Okay,
that.
look, can we just... Last thing I want to talk about is this. Hold on, William. So, Shane McGuigan put some comments out that he believed that Joshua would beat Joe Joyce, I think in his words, quite easy and comfortably.
That's what I think got Joe's back up. Because
And Joe Joyce responded. Can we just confirm that it was from Joe Joyce's account and not yours?
I'll do this again because, you know, like people have this perception. My spelling is terrible, right? And Joe's like...
I know you didn't tweet that, by the way.
Joe's obsessed,
That's not your
Joe's
wording.
obsessed with, like...
Can I just add with that comment, and Shane's a fantastic trainer. I think that's quite a strange comment that's saying another fighter would knock out your fighter.
Joe has a group, right? He has a social media manager, which Joshua has, which most top athletes have. Yeah, they have social media managers. But Joe's got access to all his. Joe signs off on all of his tweets. Nobody tweets nothing on Joe's account without Joe say so. But Joe tweets a lot himself. And I don't want you to read that out on camera, but look at the end bit. It was worse than what originally went out. It was worse than what originally went out, and his social media manager told him not to say the end bit. So we won't move into that. But just so you can confirm. Joe wrote that himself. He's not an idiot.
Why are people accusing you when you've got nothing to do with S-Jam anymore?
That's what I mean. People just assume because I left S-Jam on good terms and I'm best friends with all the boys. I'm still very close to Joe. People think that because we've not had a court case that we have to be at each other's throats when there's a split. Why can't you just like shake hands and say, yeah, amicably? Like they're my boys, they're my friends, all of them, and I still back them now. But I'm with Probellum, and that's my.
Can I just offer a counter to this situation? And should someone's opinion about who wins a fight, should that be taken offensively by the person they're referring to?
No, it depends in what context you say it in. Like if you say it like, Billy can probably comment this as well. Like if you say something, if Billy says, I think Joshua would beat Joe Joyce, I think he will knock him out. That's a fair comment, yeah? That's a fair comment. But the way when the person in question pitched Joe to try and sign him after the Commonwealth Games, really pitched him to try and sign him. I know this for a fact. So if you fancy that, if you wanted the guy that much, you wouldn't have the way the interview was. It got Joe's back up. It didn't affect me. I'm just telling you what it came across like, and it obviously upset Joe. You know, Joe doesn't get riled up very much, but. It obviously Joe felt disrespected and Joe aired what he thought. Okay. Simple as that.
Well, he's got every right to reply to somebody who's dissed him, basically, isn't he? Yeah. He's got every right to reply. I mean, he's a brand new guy. He's a great boxer, and without doubt, I mean, I've spoke to you this morning about this. I think he gives AJ a hard fight, a real hard fight. It's worthy of a world title.
It's okay to say that you think he's going to lose. No problem.
He's going to knock him out quick.
I just like he's going to beat him in one round. I mean, but fuck off. He's not going to beat him in one round.
What I found strange was that he trained Daniel, who Joe schooled. He schooled him, and stopped him. And he's making comment on a boy that beat your best heavyweight in the gym. That's not very nice.
I like Daniel Dubois. Jenny, I've spoken to him. I think he's nothing wrong with Daniel Dubois. He's like not in the ring, but he's a harmless fella. Do you know what I mean? So Joe had his opinion. Joe was obviously worked up, and Joe was very respectful after that fight with Daniel, especially after what Daniel said about Joe about his blind mum. So putting it all into context, Joe was very respectful after that fight. He dealt with him, but Joe gets disrespected because he looks a bit lethargic and slow. But if you get in the ring with him, it's a completely different proposition.
And when you speak to him, nothing but a big gentleman. Martin Bacoli's got a lot of time, by the way, for Joe Joyce. He thinks highly of him.
Similar demeanours, haven't they?
As a boxer, they're
similar kind of.
Let the fist do the talking. I've got to talk shite for Martin. He's got to talk shite for Joe.
Not anymore.
Well, he doesn't have to anymore because he's not affiliated with Joe.
No, I know that.
I'm just Joe's friend.
But you used to.
I'm just Joe's friend. I would just back him. Like I've said, I say openly. I speak what I feel. Tyson Fury is the #1 heavyweight in the world, and then I think the next bracket of heavyweights are here.
People expect you, once you've kind of moved away from your previous position to now, to stop talking to your ex-fighters that you used to look after, which is ridiculous.
People think in boxing that you have to be like, you still speak to Ricky Burns, right?
Occasionally, aye.
That's what I mean. Like he had a great relationship with Ricky. Doesn't have to be this bad relationship. Do you know what I mean? Like just because I'm not going to be drawn into that, just because there's not like legal cases going on, it doesn't have. You don't have to have a legal case to someone to be separate. I've had a great opportunity here, and I'm very grateful with my opportunity here, and I'm enjoying it.
Okay, final question. over 3 rounds, who wins? Sam Jones versus Billy Nelson.
I have to tuck up, right? I have to tuck up big style, but he gets indigestion after round 2.
Wow.
3 rounds. Do you think it will go
3 rounds.
Do you think it will go 3 rounds?
Can I be honest here?
Not in that ring there, because that's a small ring.
That's
Listen,
a small ring, but a
could
normal
be
size
I
ring.
want an Olympic size ring.
It could be in a telephone box, that size of ring.
Fucking telephone box.
Olympic
We'll have
box.
to sunflower oil it.
You need to grease you in.
How long does it take for you to stop Sam Jones, in your opinion?
I would.
Don't do it, Billy.
I would-
Don't do it, William. Don't say
I
it.
would be hurt if I never done him in the first round. I really would.
Wow,
I mean, I would.
wow.
Fucking,
It's a whole 3 minutes, to be fair.
That's major. I've got the grease to keep away from the big fella.
It's been
Do
a
you
lot-
think you could survive 1 round with him?
Of course I could.
It's been a long time since Sam's managed 3 minutes.
Anyway, on that note,
We won't
on that note,
we won't go there.
on that note, tune in this week. Eurosport, Sam.
No, it's not on Eurosport.
No,
Your fight, no.
his fight's not that.
Your
fight's not
fight, that's different. I'm talking to Sam at the moment.
Tune in Eurosport and Discovery Plus. See the 2 big fight nights, Friday and Saturday, and then Billy's big fella fighting.
Seggy.tv.
Sega.tv. What a fantastic. By the way, what an arena and what a setup this place is.
It's all right. You've had a long day, haven't you, Bill?
Aye.
You've had a long day.
Guys, thank you very much to IFL TV. We look forward to the public workout here. It's already starting to gain numbers,
Well.
so let's go.
Cheers, mate.